Hi guys, and today I'm doing a vlog, and I'm going to start this vlog off by doing my makeup and talking to you guys about the things that have been happening in my life. One of the biggest changes that have occurred in my life as of recently was my breakup. I've had a breakup mid-September, so it's been over a month now, and now it's a lot easier for me to talk about it. Before, I would probably not be able to talk about it without crying, but now I can actually talk about it. So that's what we are doing while I'm getting ready. And I'll also just tell you about what's been going on in my life in general, my life situation at the minute, etc, etc. Despite not sharing much online about this relationship, it was serious. We had very serious plans about each other. We've been planning to move in together very early in the relationship, which we couldn't do because of COVID. We were also talking about wedding. It wasn't even like an argument that ended the relationship, or it wasn't anything like betrayal, etc. We pretty much always argued about the same thing, and that thing was our career paths just didn't go together. The places where we would see each other in the future didn't match. There's so much you can compromise on with someone, but if you have to sacrifice all your dreams, all your future plans, sometimes the sacrifice is too big. And in our case it was, because our future plans just couldn't meet halfway. One of us would have to drop our career plans entirely to be with the other person. For instance, I wouldn't be able to legally work if I stayed with them, if I married them especially. If I didn't marry them, then I could legally work technically, but it would be near impossible where they wanted to live. Whereas if they followed me, they wouldn't be able to make their dreams, their career dreams come true, basically. For my shadow, I'm using this Revolution Contour Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair. This is the best thing to travel with. The packaging is garbage. I always lose the lid. Total garbage, but the products inside are heavenly. This is my favorite eyeshadow ever, and I also use this as my crease color. I always use my finger to apply my lid shade, and we've been trying to figure out for quite a while as to what we could do to save us and how we could compromise to be able to still be together. But in the end it became impossible, and we just understood that we were too different. But that sounds a lot easier said than it was, because once there are feelings involved, everything becomes 10 times harder. I feel like I could have even sacrificed nearly all of my plans and all of my dreams for a person, which is very scary to think about. Some of my plans for the future included wanting to work in Greece on yachts for a few months and then move to Australia. I got a job offer in Greece on yachts, but sadly the virus came around, so I couldn't do the job this year. Maybe next year I can do the job in Greece that I was planning to do. But yeah, that was one of my plans. And then one of the big plans that I've got that I really hope to make happen is A, to move to Australia, and B, to buy a yacht eventually. And I know buying a yacht might sound like a massive thing. Before people start to presume I'm a millionaire or something, I'm nowhere near close to being rich or being a millionaire. Actually, you can buy some old yachts relatively cheap, and I've always dreamed of having a yacht because it's a great business idea as well. And I met that person, and at the start they were pretending to want to follow my dreams and my career path and wanting to move to places where I wanted to move and help me out with my business and to open our own business together. But in the end it happened to not be the case. They actually slowly started to try and turn me more and more towards joining them in their own completely separate career dreams than my own. I'm using the NYX Epic Ink Liner, by the way, guys, for my eyeliner. I'm very ambitious. I have big plans for my future, even though right now you know, my career has been put on hold because of COVID. And I also want to feel secure and by being financially dependent on someone, I wouldn't feel secured, and I wouldn't feel self-content, and I wouldn't feel like I'm achieving anything, so I wouldn't feel happy within myself. And now I'm going to use my favorite foundation. I've got some foundation on already, but I'm going to apply a little bit more of my favorite, all-time favorite foundation, which is Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. This foundation is incredible. It gives you the most amazing coverage, but it doesn't look very cakey on the skin either. I absolutely love this. To apply it, I'm going to use a tapered brush from Eco Tools. I think I actually want to mostly talk to you guys about how I managed to deal with the breakup itself, because I know a lot of people can get very attached to the person they're dating, and I'm definitely under those groups of people who get very attached, and I can't really help it. This was my most serious relationship in terms of plans. I got extremely attached to the person. I mean, when I was in lockdown, for example, I was locked for 12 weeks in a flat on my own in Leeds during lockdown back in March, April, May and June, and I spent like 8 to 10 hours a day talking to the person because I didn't have anything to do with myself. Because of all kinds of reasons, I got very, very attached. I'm using this powder. I'm using Maybelline Matte Maker Mattifying Powder again, but this time I'm using it all over my face. This is such a lovely powder. It's mattifying, which I love, but it's not too mattifying or too drying, which I can't stand because my skin is dry. So it has the perfect amount of everything to it. I'm using Revolution Pro Duo Brow Powder in the shade Medium Brown. Comes with 2 shades. Well. At the start, it was pretty bad, in a sense that I constantly had dreams about the person, whether they were dreams, as in nice dreams, and then I woke up and they were not there, and that was really tough to go through, or they were nightmares, which was also really tough to go through. To be honest, I don't know which one was worse, but probably nightmares were worse. But every single night, without fail, I would have dreams about the person, every single night. And that was kind of like very damaging for mental health, I feel. My brain was constantly working, and I kept thinking what I could have done differently to save us. Which, to be honest, I definitely feel like I could have made the relationship last for a few months longer pretty easily, or even a year longer. But in the end, which at the start I was suffering so badly from a breakup that I really regretted not making it last longer. But looking at it now, everything happens for a reason, guys. And even if the breakup was really hard to begin with and didn't feel like the right decision and didn't feel right in general. For example, they really wanted me to move in with them, and I knew that our plans were so different, I was scared to move in with them. Whereas if I did, I reckon we would still easily be together today. But at the same time, I kept thinking, no, everything happens for a reason. It was not worth a sacrifice on my end to move in together, because if I would move in with them, I would likely then follow them and drop all my plans altogether. So yeah, I kept saying to myself that maybe it was the right thing that happened, even though I'm not going to lie, at the start I really wanted to take it back. I wanted to drop everything and have the person next to me again, and I thought that I made a mistake by not wanting to move in with them, you know? I really did. I'm using NYX Wonder Pencil to highlight my brow, and to be honest, it was an agony until I decided to start dating again. I'm not even going to beat around the bush. I think one of the easiest ways to get over someone is to start dating again. Start going on dates. I'm not saying to you the easiest way to get over someone is to jump straight into another relationship. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm not in a new relationship, I'm single, but starting just going on dates and socializing with people and having fun, that will help you so much. And I know at the start it will be so difficult, and you will start to compare the person to every single person that comes across your way, but as long as you are not hurting somebody else in the process. For example, I was always very open with the people I started going on dates with that actually recently came out from the relationship, that I still might have feelings towards that other person, and also about my plans for the future, that I have plans in Australia, etc, etc. I didn't want people to get their hopes up, or I didn't want to lead anyone on. By the way, I'm going to start contouring my face with the bronzer and then going to put some of this blush on top. But yeah, some people may say it's a wrong thing to tell new people you're going on dates with that you only recently just came out of a relationship. But I appreciate honesty so much. You know, in my past relationship, I was lied to. Like I told you guys, the person was lying to me about a few things, to be honest, and that felt awful, and I never wanted to do the same to someone else. I would much rather be honest. So actually I started going on dates, and I was always very honest with the people I went on dates with about where I was standing. So I feel like that way they would avoid disappointment as well. And at the start, dating wasn't easy. I started going on dates and I would come back feeling a bit disappointed. It was nothing about who I went on dates with, nothing wrong with those people. But you know, my mindset and my heart was completely at the wrong place. But then after a few dates, my mindset kind of started to change, especially because I met some people who had very similar dreams and similar career paths to my own, and it really opened my eyes up to all the problems that I had in my relationship and what I want to avoid in the future, and gave me a lot more hope for the future. I'm using Rimmel Scandalized eyeliner, and I want to also make sure that I won't change my plans and my happiness for everyone. I'm using this, one of my favorite mascara of all time, which is Rimmel Day to Night Mascara, I think it's called. I don't know where you can get this anymore. This is one of my favorite mascaras of all time, the Day to Night Mascara by Rimmel. But I only get it online because I haven't seen it in stores in quite some time, unfortunately. I don't know why they would stop selling it, because Rimmel mascaras are actually not that great in general. There are a lot of Rimmel mascaras that I don't like whatsoever, like the Scandalized mascara, for example. The one with a flat orange tube. That's not a good mascara, you guys. It's kind of a disaster. But this one is amazing, and I don't know why they don't have this one in stores. It breaks my heart, because Day to Night Mascara by Rimmel is incredible. But yeah, anyways, to what I was saying, I'm not thinking about jumping straight into anything serious right now. It'll happen at the right time. I just want to be happy. Whatever happens, happens. I want to be happy. Always gets easier. Breakups are always extremely hard at the start, and it's still hard for me, don't get me wrong, but it will always get easier, and truly dating helps. It's a pretty controversial piece of advice, I know, to start dating early after the breakup. I know, and it's much easier said than done, but to me it's just the thing that helps the most, and doesn't mean that you didn't have feelings for the person or that you want to jump straight into something new, like I said, but just meeting people in general, socializing, getting to know other people, even if they might not be the right for you, or it might not be the right time because it's too early on, always helps. And yeah, I'm not gonna pretend that that's not what helped me. It's what massively helped me. That actually helped me more than anything. I started going swimming, I started exercising loads, I started doing other hobbies and things that I really love doing, but nothing helped me as much as dating. Of course, doing fitness, etc. always helps, and that's another huge recommendation. But dating, even if you don't want to date someone, because typically, after you end one relationship, you don't want to jump into another one straight away. But just be honest, make sure you don't lead anyone on. Be honest about your intentions, but still socialize, meet people, go on dates. You don't even have to call them dates. You can call them meetups or just getting to know new people. I'm using my favorite lip product of all time. This is Physicians Formula Healthy Lip Liquid Lipstick in the shade Coral Minerals. And this is my favorite lip product of all time. I absolutely adore it. It's the best liquid lipstick. It doesn't dry my lips out. It's very opaque, it's long lasting, the colour is absolutely gorgeous and I just love it. So that's my makeup done. A few other updates. I haven't been really working much since March. Basically what happened, I got a job offer in Greece for a few months, working on flotillas, working on yachts. I have two careers, by the way. For any of you guys that don't know, I'm a professional sailor and I'm also a professional, qualified and educated filmmaker, videographer, editor, etc. And both of those jobs were freelance jobs. Even though I got a job offer for 7 months in Greece working on yachts, which I really wanted to do, and hopefully if the time is right and it's possible, I'm going to do it next year. But this year I couldn't do it because of COVID. Also, working as a freelancer right now, doing videography is just limited, very limited. I've been doing a few remote jobs, but that's about it. So I haven't been working much at all. But at the same time, I'm not feeling sorry for myself. I'm very grateful for my situation because I know that people have it way worse at the minute. For me, I'm well, I'm healthy. For now, all my loved ones, my friends, my family members are also healthy, so I have more than enough. I'm not going to be stressing about work because it's so trivial compared to what's going on. I might have some financial struggles. Of course, I would love to work like normal, but at the minute it's not possible because of the lack of jobs, simply, and I have no control over that. Too many people are in the same situation as I am. Too many people have lost their jobs for me to feel like it's okay to complain about the fact that I don't have a job. I know it's not because I'm lazy, it's because of the situation being very extreme. So I'm just letting it be how it's meant to be, and I will do my best to get back into work and get back into my working towards my career plans and career dreams once the time is right. At the minute, of course, it's not, but this is not going to be like this forever. So I want you guys to also keep your spirits up, and also please let me know how you are doing with the whole situation. How is it with you? It's a difficult time for everyone, financially, mentally, just in general. So leave some comments down below. Tell me about your situations. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how everything is where you are right now, how the restrictions are. I would love to hear you guys' stories, but that's all that I had to say. I love you guys, and I'll see you later.